cocoa beans with botanical name as Triobroma cacao. And I'm talking from Nigerian perspective. This product is grown in different parts of Nigeria. Good day, my name is Dele Ayimibo. You are welcome to another edition of Sharing Trade Information on DBA TV. I'll be starting a new series, and the series has been titled How to Export Different Products. We'll be talking about different commodities, semi-processed goods, and manufactured goods, finished goods. And today, my focus will be on cocoa beans. Cocoa beans. With botanical name as Triobroma cacao. And I'm talking from Nigerian perspective. This product is grown in different parts of Nigeria. This product is grown in different parts of Nigeria. It has two seasons in Nigeria. It has the mid-crop season and the main crop season. So you have the main crop from September to October to December, and the mid-crop from January, February, March. Now, this product have specification. It's important that when you are thinking of exporting cocoa beans, you are conscious of the specification. The specification include the moisture level, which typically should be between 6 to 8%, the beans count, which is the number of beans per 100 grams, which should be between 100 and 115, the mold. Many buyers don't want mold level more than 3 to 5%. The slaty level about 4 to 5%. E. coli should be negative. That means no mold growing on it. E. coli should be negative. That means E. coli should not be found on it. Impurity level 2 to 4%. Broken beans 2 to 3%. It's important you know when you are trying to export a product, particularly commodity, it's extremely important you have a good understanding of the quality specification. This can be found in different states in Nigeria. It can be found in about 16 states in Nigeria. Ondo State being a major producer, Cross River, Oyo, Osun, Ekiti, Ogun, Edo, Kogi, Kwara, Ebonyi, Taraba, Adamawa. And this all can be found, can be found in all these locations. But of course, majority of them actually coming from Ondo State. And I think Cross River also doing a lot in that space right now. Cocoa demand is because of the multiple uses. You can get cocoa liquor, cocoa butter, cocoa cake, cocoa powder, which I'll be talking about later on. It's used to produce chocolate. It's used to produce cocoa flavored biscuit, ice cream, dairy product, and a lot of beverages and drinks, and of course, cakes. Now, if you are trying to export cocoa, it's important for you to know that the demand for cocoa beans in the world, is actually as much as 9.59 billion. 9.59 billion. The demand for cocoa beans in the world is about 9.59 billion. Who are the major importer of cocoa? Now, out of the 9.59 billion of cocoa beans, about 4.9, more than half, is from Europe, from Netherlands to Germany to France to Italy to Spain. So that means if you are trying to export cocoa beans, you should be targeting Netherlands, Germany, Belgium, France, Italy, Spain, Russia. These are the major countries that are into import. If you go to the Asia, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore are major import. And if you go to North America, United States and Canada, Netherlands demand in the world is about 12%, and Canada is about 3.3%. Netherlands is the largest importer of cocoa beans, and Netherlands import is about 20.2%. Next to Netherlands is the US. Now, but you also have competitors if you want to export this product. Majority of the export are from Cote d'Ivoire, controlling about 40% of the export. Ghana controlling about 15%. Nigeria about 8%. Cameroon about 5.4%. Ecuador is about 8.74%. Ecuador is doing more than Nigeria. Ecuador is about 8.4%. Even though Netherlands and Belgium also export some of the cocoa beans they import from Africa. When you are trying to export cocoa beans, it should be stored in jute bags. In jute bags, very, very important. Very, very important. And of course, usually shipped for bulk shipment in containers. Quality control is very important. The right size and color and moisture level, very important. There should be good level of cleaning and sorting of the product. So you don't export a lot of product with debts and impurities. Of course, it has to be well dried. Well dried. No more than 7 to 8% moisture. Well dried. Very important. Quantity in a bag is about 60 to 65 kg. The bag should be airtight and the bag should be well labeled. It's also not a bad idea to put it on a pallet to make it easier to carry when you are doing the shipment. It should be stored in a cool, dry place. If you store in a cool, dry place, the packaging material should be high quality grade. It has to be clean. It has to be food grade packaging material. Remember, it's a food item. Remember, it's a food item. And there must be strict adherence to regulation in the country that you are shipping the product to. If you're exporting from Nigeria, you will still need to do your pre-export documentation, which will include your NXP, of course, do your pro forma invoice, fill the NXP, submit and pay your next fee, get the custom to issue the evidence of clearing single good declaration, and especially again to issue the clean certificate of inspection, CCI evidence you have cleared the good for export. A number of buyers will require you, apart from the bill of lading, invoice, and packing list, a number of buyers abroad will require you to provide a phytosanitary certificate, a fumigation certificate, and a third-party inspection certificate. A third-party inspection certificate. So if you are going to export cocoa, you need to prepare. In preparing, you need to ensure you are export ready. You need to know exactly all you need to do to ensure the quality of the cocoa is top-notch and ensure that the cocoa also is sourced from the different locations where it can be found in the country. Now, after you are prepared for export and you know where you are sourcing for, you know the price, you know everything, you can then begin to promote on different platforms. If you want to know options, you can use to promote. You see that product at the back there, how to find buyers abroad. You can get a copy of it to show you how to promote. And then you get your purchase order and sign. And the purchase order has pricing in it. And you need to ensure you already know the local price of the product and the cost of shipment before you can arrive at a profitable price for export. Then when you have all this in place, you can go and procure the product from the merchant. Then ensure you check all those considerations I mentioned earlier and the package and label. Do your pre-export document I talked about just now. And then the export clearance is done with the inspection at the country of origin. Then the post-export documentation is done. And then port-to-port shipment is done. And then presentation of document is done to the buyer. The buyer cleared the good for inspection. The document is inspected at destination. And then payment is effected. And then payment is effected. What are the problems you should look out for when you're exporting cocoa beans? Mold contamination, irregularity in fermentation, contamination with foreign materials, contamination as a result of pests, insect infestation, poor bean size, contamination of chemical, aging of the cocoa beans, and social and ethical concern. All these are very important considerations if you are going to be shipping, particularly to Europe. If you are able to eventually do your export successfully, then you are hoping to be able to get a repeat business from the same buyer, referral to other buyer, replicating that model in other country, helping you to redeem the country email, recruit multiple partners from distributor abroad, rebuilding Boku, bringing within nations, and raking in a lot of income. We have learned a lot today in a short time discussing the export, how to export cocoa beans, particularly out of Nigeria. If this video has been of immense benefit to you, give it a thumbs up. If you have friends that need to hear about this, share with your friends. If you have a question for me, drop it in the comment section. If you are new to our channel, subscribe. If you want to know when we upload a new video, click on notification bell. My name remains Dela Imibo, and I'm your export doctor, and I'm signing out. Bye-bye. See you in the next video. Bye for now.